Given the right tools and a conducive business environment with a well-articulated business-friendly policies, Nigerian youth will definitely churn out innovative projects that can take the world by storm, projects that can bring about industrial development. It is on this note that I welcome you to this week's edition of BOI Impact. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. Last week we brought you the Kaduna screening of the Bank of Industry and National Board of Technical Education vocational skills competition. This week, we will be showcasing the Lagos leg, which had over 70 participants, which cuts across the 7 vocations. The event started, as usual, with the opening ceremony, which was led by the Acting Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Industry, Mr. Waheed Olagunju. Here are highlights of the Lagos leg of the vocational skills competition.
Most of us know why we're here. It's very crucial to Nigeria's development at this time. We're trying to solve 2 major problems. One is the gap that industries have in terms of shortage of manpower, quality manpower required as input into their various businesses, and that hampers the ability to maximize business opportunities in the environment, particularly in areas where Nigeria has comparative advantage or sectors with high employment generating potentials. So it's in our enlightened self-interest to ensure that we move this country forward. And one of the best ways of doing this is by creating jobs for our people. So that's the other side that we are solving the unemployment challenge, particularly among our youth, and also meeting the manpower needs of the real sector of the Nigerian economy. So that explains why BOI, as a development institution, we took this up on our own, because we, as a policy-based institution, we need to align our strategies and activities with that of the government and that of the country, and that of the country's development aspirations. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the background, this is the context in which this competition is taking place. The judges are anxious to do their work. The students too, I'm sure they are itching to display their skills, right? So if you do well, they'll mentor you. It's either you go into paid employment or you establish business on your own as groups or as individuals. And rest assured that the Bank of Industry will support you.
Welcome back. That was the opening ceremony of the BOI MBTE Vocational Skills Competition in Lagos. The first vocation screening to be showcased tonight will be electrical electronics. Seasoned electrical engineers took the judges through the rudiments behind their project. See you on the other side.
This is conduit and is preferred to be stored inside the wall. Now I use a galvanized, which means it's stored inside the wall, not outside. If it's outside, it will be what? Purchase box. First I will do is to check the location to see where I'm going to locate my sockets. Then second thing I will do, find the rightful place to mount my what? Final sub-circuit. Very essential. Now, my mapping out, I will be very careful. Since it's going to be inside the wall, I will leave a gap about 1 inch outside for easy opening and close and recover. If not properly maintained, there will be breaches. Now, after that, I would ensure that my conduits are well placed. The last thing I will run will be my cables, using the aid of a fishing tape to run in my cables. And the cables I used would be, for a ring mail, 2.5 mm squared, for life, neutral, 2.5 mm squared, then for earth, I can use 1.5 mm squared.
Tell me the function of these 2 resistors.
These 2 resistors.
In respect to this.
To this. Now, when current flows in here, it goes to this R5, comes here, Now, when these are connected in series, and since they are connected in series, what happens? There will be an increase in resistance. So that what goes here will be increased. Enable to make here saturated. That is why it's coming from the very middle. So once it's saturated, current can easily flow to energize my coil, in turn making a contact with the relay. That causes the making and the breaking. So this sometimes could act as a switch on its own. Could also act as voltage.
That was the electrical and electronics vocation screening. The participants displayed high knowledge and skills of their work. The judges were equally impressed. The next screening is carpentry and joinery. And don't be surprised to see ladies in this vocation that is largely dominated by men.
I've always wanted to have a sage, so I use this as an opportunity to construct one. So it was measured to cut the height of the wood. Just to measure it and tell me.
You want to measure it and tell us? Please go ahead.
The height is 18 cm out to out. I call it out because something was put here. See, but when you measure it from in to in, it's about 17.9. It's not 8, about 17.8 cm. When you measure it from in to in, then out to out, you get about 18 cm. That's 180 millimeters. Convert it.
If it's converted
Yeah, to millimeters, mm.
180.
Yes. So, then the top, the width is 285 millimeter. That is millimeter in meters. Then in cm, it is 28.5 cm. This is 1-inch nail. It was used to assemble it. And after the assembly, I sandpapered it. And this thing wasn't added. Sand sealer wasn't added. It was just sprayed. But I didn't do the spraying myself. It wasn't really easy producing this. But at least it's done. The leg, we bought the leg actually.
You bought the leg?
Yes.
It was made from the market?
Yes. Then we also bought for this one. We bought, like you can see, it's lighter than this one. Then for this rail, we also bought solid wood timber from where we made this two. So the rail was cut off, the measurements.
You know the language of this work is drawing. Abi, can you help us in sketching this thing? Can you sketch? Can you draw? Yeah, very quick. Give us the drawing.
Well, I'm sure you were amazed to see those young ladies in carpentry and joinery vocation. Our next screening is on plumbing and fitting session. The contestants in this field as well as the judges were all equal to the task, both in project presentations and evaluation.
When you talk about installation of a gas cooker, you talk about safety. And it's a work of a plumber. So tonight, before you install a gas, or as a gas installer, a plumber installing gas, the first thing that you must bear in mind, as I said, is safety. This is a cylinder with a regulator there. This regulator is to control the pressure of the gas. Then I have a flexible pipe here, flexible hose that connects to this copper tube. As a gas installer or a plumber, you must be aware of the components of the gas. This is the inside channel. This is aluminum pipe that transfers the gas to. If you look at this place now, you see this is another control gauge, control valve to control the regulator, the flame. Then what you are seeing here is what we call gas meter. This is like the same kind of meter the NEPA people install. This one now will show you the amount of gas consumed. It's not common here, but in some areas now, people have started using it.
When you are in a gas area, you give me the sign. Draw the sign that when we see, I know that this one is talking about.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. There is something like this. This is flame. You will see board like this. You see a sign that will write highly flammable. Okay. There's another sign, no naked fire.
Draw it. I want to see the drawing.
Okay.
The drawing speak. No. Yes. You can't. Without speaking, the drawing will speak.
Okay.
Okay. Give me a sign of. Give me a sign of flame. Okay.
That's okay. That's okay. You really. Yes, I really want to say I'm highly impressed with you.
Yes.
Because I want to say that you've really tackled the question the way it's supposed to be tackled. It shows that you actually know what you are talking about.
Welcome back. If you think you've seen it all, wait until we bring you the next vocation screening, which is automotive mechatronics and mechanic, where our notable professionals in the field assess the students. Amongst them is the first lady mechanic in the country.
Tell me some tools you know, special tools.
We have torque wrench. We have a power tool wrench. As the one that uses air, compressed air to lose. And we still have the boat-ended spanners.
What do they use diagnostic machine for?
They use it to find out problem on engine system or transmission system.
What were you trying to achieve here?
I was checking the oil level.
You are checking the oil level?
Yes.
So how do you check the oil level in a vehicle?
First of all, you bring out your dipstick, you clean. You make sure the vehicle is parked on a flat ground. Then you bring out your dipstick, you clean properly, then you insert, you bring it to check if it's lower than the expected or higher.
So you now raise what would the position of your dipstick be while you are reading?
It's maximum or minimum.
No, the position, is it going to be down? Is your dipstick going to be facing down or medium or going up?
Face down.
So do it with your marker. Let's assume the marker is your dipstick. So once it is out,
you dip,
okay,
and you bring it out.
So look at what you have here. The dipstick is going up. So what were you trying to achieve? That was why
I was cleaning.
You said what?
I was cleaning it with
your hand.
Cleaning with your hand.
The next screening is welding and fabrication. In this vocation, the participants as well as the panel judges displayed high sense of professionalism.
So you can actually put this on a body of water if you on it to start moving.
Yes, it will, but I had a little issue with the propeller.
So we can put it on inside a swimming pool?
Yes,
no, yes, it's supposed, but I had a little issue challenge with the propeller. There's a hole where the propeller normally comes out from. Okay. So I just used a rubber seal.
Yes.
Just to protect metal to metal contact.
Yes.
So it will definitely have a little leakage.
A little leakage.
Yes.
No, you can just use a normal seal. The seal will work on that. You just make a little housing, you put a seal in it, you block it on, then you put it on water. So those are the improvements you need to do.
Yes.
You need to have some seal that you can put that will prevent the water from coming in. So it sounds better. How much did it cost you to produce it?
I actually sourced for the material locally from my vocational institute. They are shipyard, they're into shipbuilding also. So, but yeah, that's where I got my inspiration from.
We hope you've been enjoying the program. Our last vocation for tonight will be fashion and fabrics. The judges in this screening are Fumi Ajila, the FADAN president, and other renowned fashion entrepreneurs and enthusiasts. Here are highlights of the fashion and fabrics vocation.
The title of my project work, it meant garment making. I actually made this when I was about to finish from the vocational school. Picking this style, I actually have not seen it in any ovation or any magazine. If I just thought about it, and I get that one of the traits I was taught about a fashion designer. But you be creative, you think, you imagine, but you just think about it and you try to see if you can make what you've thought about, what no one has seen before, or you try to make a difference and stand out, be spectacular.
If you need to work on men's garment, one of the major things that you need to be able to do, you left it out, is to be able to take the neck. Different people with different neck. The man might be a slim head, but a fat neck. You can't use the same measurement for everything. You need to be able to take the shoulder, which you have said, take the chest, you need to have the waist of the man, you need to have the hip of the man, you need to have the inner measurement. I'll tell you what I mean by that. They're very small observation, but it's very important. You see, you're working with a fabric that has pattern. You understand?
Yes, small.
If you give me a pattern looking up here for my trousers, and you give me this one looking down for my top, I will not take it from you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
And I also noticed, you said you don't like flamboyant, thing, which is okay. You're allowed to do whatever you want to do. I also see that in your project, part of the things that you're supposed to use that was not there is a button.
After the screening exercise, some judges from different vocations identified some candidates for mentorship.
The Fashion Designer Association of Nigeria will take you up and we're going to be mentored to you to make sure you get to perfection.
To keep in touch with you, to mentor you, to monitor your progress, and also to advise as the case may be. And just like we have said, please don't lower your standard. God bless you. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
There are also feedback from some of the judges as well as the participants.
It's been very encouraging and revealing to a large extent. But we're able to find out that a lot of them are heavily, they are talented. But the exposure may have been limited. And also the kind of institution they went to determined the level of skills they had acquired. You could tell from the exposure they've had in school, it affected different parts of their skill sets. But by and large, we're encouraged, we're happy that this is going on. And there are people like that because we're in the industry and we're not too aware of these schools and this kind of people and the skills available. So we believe that a lot can still be achieved.
BOI has started something that even they do not even know the end of. And I think what we've seen today is it's mind-blowing, because when you consider that some of these people just need a little nudge in the right direction, some of them are floating basically because of the lack of employment in our economy. And so when BOI is able to do what they're doing, giving these people a nudge in the right direction, we just can't predict the result.
This is the first competition coming up that Bank of Industry has initiated, which is to us in the field for so long is a brilliant idea and is a welcome idea. It's going to make the students from various technical schools, university, polytechnic to sit up, knowing fully well that Bank of Industry will be there to give them a startup, loan to start their own business or give them equipment. And with this competition, every one of them will be able to know what really they have been able to learn in school. And with the students we have interviewed today, some of them doing well and some of them really needs the hands-on.
Well, I will really give kudos to Bank of Industry for at least giving us a platform like this, because it's a good one. No one has really given us a voice to speak out. I believe with this, more people will be more inspired to come into vocational training now, because people see this as roadside as mostly of roadside doing, that they are not educated and they can't offer much. But with this now, I'm sure more people will be inspired to come into vocational training and see it as a big deal.
Yes, it is a very good development to know from these young ones what they have upstairs, what they really have to offer to, help the society solve one or two problems, challenges that the society at large was facing. And these talent hunts I think, should be encouraged everywhere.
You just finished watching highlights of the Lagos screening of BOI MBTE Vocational Skills Competition. We hope you enjoyed every bit of the presentation from the participants of each vocation. For more information on the Vocational Skills Competition, visit www.boi.ng/vocational skills. The grand finale of the competition will come up next month in Abuja, and the best overall top 3 candidates from each vocation will be rewarded on that day. So stay tuned to the program as we'll continue to showcase the bank's developmental stride in transforming Nigeria's industrial sector. It's on this note that we'll draw the curtains on this week's edition of the program. I am Hadiza Olaosebikan. It's good evening and have an enterprising week.